Hello, welcome to ShropshireStar.com. My name's Jonny Drury here at Baltic Montgomery Waters Meadow. But the fans are warmed up, certainly, aren't they, all leaving the ground today? Because Shrewsbury have won. I think it's the first win in 6 in the league. They've won 2-0. A first half penalty from Leahy put them ahead. And then a goal in the second half, a superbly worked goal from that combination of Jordan Shipley and Tom Bayliss helped Shrewsbury to a 2-0 win. All just needed 3 points today, didn't they? We've talked about performances for quite a while, but they needed a win and they certainly got it.
Yeah. I mean, they've needed a win for a while. Performances have been really good of late on the whole, and they really needed to get a win on the board. And they've gone out and done exactly that. They probably weren't at their best in the opening half an hour of the game, were they? And Lincoln started the game the brighter, but Shrewsbury kind of got a foothold. They kind of grew into it. They got the penalty, took the lead, and then they kind of never really looked back from there. As soon as they went ahead, I don't think they ever really looked like getting back into it. Lincoln there, the odd moment or two, but really important win on the complexion of the season, really, because they've been playing well, but they've been like a little bit unlucky and not quite picking up the results, even though they've been doing well. So I think we turned up today, and I'd have taken an absolutely horrendous game, not even a shot on target. A deflected cross go in for Shrewsbury just to get a win on the board, but they've done it with relative style, I'd have said, and relative ease in the end. I thought it was comfortable towards the end of that game. Yeah,
the first sort of 20-30 minutes of the game, there was not a great deal in it. Lincoln were on top, but it was like after they had that 10-minute spell just after that, didn't they? They got the penalty, and then it just never looked like losing the grip of the game almost, did they, Shrewsbury?
No. It just the way they just. I've just asked Steve Cotcher about it. They're just solid at the back, aren't they? They never let many in. It's very rare. I mean, these famous last words, probably let 3 in against Bolton next week.
Blame you.
Blame you. It'd be my fault. But it's very rare that they let more than a goal in. They are well organised at the back. So it only takes 1 or 2, and they're in the game. And like the same last week against Peterborough. Took the lead in the second half, although they were probably a little bit more under pressure last week. But this week, Lincoln didn't really. As far as I was concerned, I didn't think they really threatened in that second half. So yeah, it's important. 5 goals in the last 2 games. Only let 1 in the last 2 games. So it feels like at the moment they've got it right in both boxes.
Yeah, in terms of the goal scoring, obviously it was Shipley with that delicious ball across the corridor of uncertainty, as I called it.
Yeah.
Mid-game, and a great finish. Tom Bayliss, lost his man at the back post. Just on sort of goal scorers, I asked the fans about this as well. Goals are coming from all over the pitch, but I think I saw a stat before the game, and this is a negative on a positive day for Salop, but I don't think a striker scored since September. I thought Christian said he did well in his hold-up play today.
Yeah.
It's one of them, isn't it? Like you said, 5 goals in the last 2 games, but we were saying a few weeks ago, what could Shrewsbury have done? They're 5 points off the playoffs now. What could they have done if all these players were injured? What could they have done if the strikers were scoring as well? Yeah. It's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really care.
No,
no, not really. I just want them to win, and win at all costs. I don't think it matters. I think ideally, in an ideal world, we'd like the strikers to get a few goals, but I don't really care that much who scores the goals as long as they get in. Like I say, I'd have took the worst goal you've ever seen in a 1-0 win today, because I just thought it was really important that we got a win. And Steve Cottrell's just said in his post-match press conference there that that's something that they practice on the training ground. And to be fair, he's not making that up. That is true. I rock up every Thursday. Probably shouldn't be saying this, but you can see him practicing like that. Get the ball out wide, Shipley, and he just fizzes it across the box. Basically,
can go anywhere as well. Can't come off a defender's knee or a toe.
Exactly like that. And that's fair play to the coaching staff and the work that they put in on the training ground. That was it's a really good win for Town. Really important win, really good win, and I'm really happy for the players and the staff.
And just finally, we said it at the top of the conversation. When you look at it, I think there's no win in the last 6 in the league, but you win today, only 5 points off the playoffs. It's so tight and compact and can turn quite quickly. And if they can get a result against Bolton next week, going into that festive period, tails up, looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the last time that Shrewsbury didn't turn up in a game. Like normally you follow a football club and you'll probably play 2 or 3 games and you might play well, and then you get that one game where they turn up and the team's absolutely abject. But I can't remember the last time Shrewsbury turned up to a Saturday game or to a game and they were awful. You know, I haven't seen that in a long time, which is it's a surprise considering the results have not been on their side as well. So, you know, performances are good, and I think that'll be the thing. That's what Steve Cottrell will spend the next week now, trying to get back into the players again. That, you know, I suppose it's control the controllables, isn't it? I know it's a cliche, but, you know, what they can control is they can turn up and put in a good performance, and hopefully if luck's on their side, then they'll get a result. And I imagine that'll be exactly what they're doing next week. Try and get a good performance and hope that, you know, because if you put in enough good performances, eventually results will come.
Final score here at the Meadow, 2-0 to Salop. For the rest of your reaction, head to shopshirestar.com. We're going to go and get warm.